My name is Joseph Goldberger. I'm working for DAAD Taipei. I would also like to welcome Leah to also open her webcam. I'm working for DAAD here in Taipei, and I'm presenting today's webinar together with Leah Chung, who is going to soon be visible. Hi, Leah. Hi. Okay. One kind of special comprehensive universities are the technical universities. German technical universities are especially famous, and the most famous of these universities are gathering in the so-called TU9 association. And we are very happy to today have one member of these TU9 universities, which is RWTH Aachen University, Technical University Aachen. These 9 universities have the largest research output in Germany and also are training most of the PhD students. Okay, I think I will switch to Leah and her team in Aachen in Germany. So let's say hi to Aachen.
Hello, a warm greeting from Aachen as well. Hi everyone. So welcome to our webinar. I would also like to say a big thank you to DAAD Taiwan for giving us this opportunity to present some of our master's program and to present RWTH Aachen to the audience in Taiwan. It's also really nice to see you again after 1 year in online like this. So a big warm welcome to everyone, and here I have a student with me. She'll also say some warm welcome words to everyone.
嗨，大家好，欢迎大家来到今天的 webinar。这个 webinar 是由就是 DAAD 台北跟RWTH 阿亨大学所共同举办的。那希望大家能够在这个座谈会里面得到就是有关留学的资讯，然后能有所收获。好，谢谢大家。
So we're going to host. So today the webinar is entitled English Taught Master's Degree Programs in Engineering for Young Professionals, Studying with RWTH International Academy. We are going to introduce some of our courses in the field of mechanical, electrical, civil, and industrial engineering in the Masters of Science programs. This is going to be the agenda of today's talk. First of all, we are going to give you some insights on living in Germany, studying in Aachen, and then we are going to give you more information about our international master's degree programs in engineering. If you would like to apply to be a student here, what do you need to pay attention to? What are our application requirements? And of course, very important for students are always the matter of scholarships and funding. And then we'll move on to student support services and talk about topics such as career, housing, master's prep course, and so on. And at the end, you'll get our contact information. So if you have any further questions, you can, of course, ask in the Q&A section, but also you can contact us afterwards. So today we are going to host this webinar. My name is Leah Chen. I am originally from Hong Kong, and I did my PhD here in Germany. After I finished, I really liked living here and studying here, and I decided to stay working here for my passion to support academic work. And now I'm working as a study course coordinator, and I'm in charge of the coordination of 2 master's programs. Computer-aided mechanical engineering and management and engineering in computer-aided mechanical engineering.
Hello everyone, I'm Yuxuan. I come from Taiwan, and now I'm the 2nd year in studying in MA camp. Before I came to Germany, I was a consumer electric product mechanical engineering. With 5 years experience, and after 5 years working, I think it's time to make some change. So that's why I am here in Aachen.
Okay, so on the right-hand side of the presentation, you see some impression of our Taiwanese students with the international student community here at different occasions such as scavenger hunt or welcome day and other events. But Yushen will tell you more about those events later. So, studying in Germany and in Aachen, why choose Germany? As Joseph already presented earlier, Germany is one of the most popular destinations among all international students. In Taiwan, it's ranked 4th. In the world, it's the 3rd most popular destination among all international students after the States. The reason why Germany is a little bit lacking behind is because most of the courses are taught in German, but now more and more bachelor and master programs are offered in English as well. So for example, here in RWTH, we are having 9 Masters of Science degree program offered in English. We are going to talk more about those programs later. It's also the most attractive country for all international students in Europe. Germany is the land of innovation and creativity. So if you think of many brands, like car brands, and so on, there are many of them are German companies, and that is one of the reasons why students would like to come here and visit these companies and afterwards also work here at one of these companies. Our students, for example, during their studies, they do internship or they write their thesis, master thesis or mini thesis. They usually can do it also externally, and they would do it at one of the German companies such as Volkswagen and Bosch. These are some of the most popular companies that our students work at. In Germany is also having beautiful landscapes and exciting cities. Here, not far from Aachen, there are Cologne and Bonn. They are all beautiful cities as well. And the living expenses compared to other countries is also much lower here in Germany. For example, if you live in the UK, then the living standard will, living costs will be much higher. Here in Aachen, for example, if you rent an apartment, it costs around 200 euro per month, and that is a very affordable price. And Germany is also a very safe country with high cultural diversity. So if you walk around here, you see people from all over the world and you hear all kinds of languages. We also organize different kinds of international events for international students celebrating different cultures here. One of the most important reasons why many students choose to come here to study is because German university degrees are highly respected by employers worldwide. So if you get a degree in Germany, especially in engineering and sciences, then the employers already know, wow, this is a high quality degree, and then students also get to find jobs very easily. I'm also in the alumni team of the International Academy, and earlier this year we have been sending out the annual alumni questionnaire, and it's very surprising that more than 17% of our alumni told us that they got a job offer before the submission of their master thesis. So that is really a lot and very quickly as well. Because, for example, for CAME students or MME CAME students, they have to do compulsory or voluntary internship. When they do internship, they already get to expose themselves to different German companies and work in the plants. And when the employers and the supervisors work with them and see that they are of very high quality students, then they will already immediately offer them a job before their graduation even. And that happened to more than 17% of the students, and more than 70% of students also receive a job offer 3 months after graduation. So, Yushan, why did you choose Germany?
Why am I choosing Germany? It's a very long story. It can trace back to my senior high school. Yeah, I was fascinated by Formula One, and the German driver Michael Schumacher was my idol, and at that moment, I was very want to work with him. And then so I chose the mechanical engineer as my major in university. And after I entering the university, I start to learn some German and contact some German culture. And then after graduate, I am not direct to come to here to Germany, but I start working and to accumulate some experience and also some money. Yeah, and then but the product I design is like an international product, and but at the moment I face some problems because my product is suitable for Taiwanese people, but not suitable for the European people or American people. So we got a lot of complaints. So I think I should improve myself. So I started looking the opportunity to be here to study in Germany. And I think Europe is a very good choice because with this land and with very different countries, and you can experience a lot of culture and meet a lot of people who has a different habit and who has a different language around the world. So, and Germany is the center of Europe, so I think it's a very good choice to be here. Yeah.
So Germany is like so-called the heart of Europe, and Aachen is also located very close to many other countries as well. So Aachen is located close to this 3-country point. We can literally walk from where I'm located to the 3-country point. Wait, I think the camera's doing something. I'm going to change it. Can you see me still? Or is my camera hanging?
I see you well, but I think your camera.
Yeah, okay, so I'll restart my camera. Start. Great. So, hi everyone again. We're talking about the location of Aachen, and it is located at this 3-country point. So we can literally walk to the Netherlands and Belgium. And just last week, we did a hiking tour with the students to walk to this point where 3 countries meet. So Aachen is located in this heart of Europe. That is a very good opportunity for our students to get to know different cultures, but also career-wise, they can also apply for internship or jobs afterwards in the Netherlands or in Belgium or in France. Everything's really close to here. What I personally like also about Aachen is that it's a very vibrant student city. So if you walk around, RWTH is the core of Aachen. So everywhere you walk around, you see a building of RWTH here, you see a building of RWTH there. Most of the people who live here are either students or work for the university. And so the whole city is very dynamic and vibrant. And people are also very helpful and open-minded. Also, the Aachen is a member of the so-called ABC science region. A stands for Aachen, B stands for Bonn, and C is Cologne. So all these 3 cities form a triangle, and within this triangle, there are a lot of research institutes located, a lot of research projects being conducted, and also there are many startup companies. Then it gives also a lot of chances for students to practice what they have learned in real life. Aachen has 260,000 inhabitants, and out of these, we have more than 63,000 of students in the city. It's also one of the most important regions for students who are interested in science and technology, because Aachen is a technical university, and especially its faculty for mechanical engineering is the biggest, and it receives the most funding. I would personally describe Aachen as a mixture of history and modernity. If you walk around, you feel this technology, high technology of RWTH everywhere, but at the same time, it's also a very historical town. For example, the first UNESCO World Heritage that's being inscribed in the UNESCO World Heritage list of Germany is the Aachener Dome, the Cathedral of Aachen. So it signifies the historical importance of Aachen in European history. So how would you describe Aachen? You have been here now already for more than a year.
I think just like Leah said, Aachen is a city and with a lot of high technology and also has some history part. If you want me to describe Aachen, and compared to Aachen, and I think one Taiwan city is very similar to Aachen is Tainan, because Tainan has one of the most famous university in Taiwan, but also has a lot of history part. And one additional thing is Aachen has one of the best hot spring in the Europe. I think Taiwanese people will like this because we all like hot spring.
Actually, the Romans, they came to Aachen and they found the city because of the hot spring. And it's really nice to go there. It's not expensive. Europe, I think, is too cold for most of the Asians, and it's really just nice to go there in winter from time to time to relax. So now I'm going to give you more information on the university itself. RWTH Aachen University is a technical university with focus on engineering and natural science. As presented before, is one of the TU9 and is also a German university of excellence. It was established in 1870. It has in total 9 faculties, so it includes, for example, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, which is the biggest faculty, and then we also have Faculty of Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Geographical Engineering, but also Humanities, Social Science, Medicine, and so on. In RWTH Aachen, there are in total 260 institutes and 15 affiliated institutes. These institutes belong to the university or are affiliated to the university. Some of them are very famous. They also conduct different kind of research projects. Our students, they can work in these institutes as student assistants as their part-time job. To earn some money, but also they can use these institutes to work there and then to gain practical knowledge, because in class they learn mostly theoretical stuff, and they also have lab and exercise, but you can best practice through working. So you can work at one of the institutes to work on your mini thesis, or simply work as a student assistant. And the 15 affiliated institutes also include some famous institutes such as Fraunhofer Institute and Leibniz Institute. At the RWTH, there are also clusters of excellence and 1 graduate school. So if you are planning to do a PhD after your master studies, it's possible. Actually, 30% of CAME students, that's one of the courses that I am coordinating, computer-aided mechanical engineering, 30% of the students would aim for a PhD afterwards. RWTH has very high reputation, so it has outstanding perspective for RWTH graduates in high-level positions in academia and industry. As I mentioned already, students get PhD positions afterwards, or they get a job offer even before their graduation. Also, RWTH is highly internationally as well as nationally ranked and reputed. It is #1 in Germany and #20 worldwide for mechanical engineering. One point that I would like to stress here is the advantage of RWTH to the industry. So you see these 260 institutes, when they conduct projects, research projects, is mostly related to the industry. So they work together with different companies. So what you are going to research on is very likely to be carried out really as a product in the industry and being used, and is very practical. Also, the university stress on this close relationship with the industry, every year we organize different kind of excursions and company visits to visit the factories of the plants and the plants, so that our students can see how production really works, or how are the technology being applied in reality. One example would be in many universities there's this reading week for students to study before the exams. There are no courses, no lectures. But at RWTH, there is no reading week. There's a week called excursion week. So instead of going to classes, there will be no classes, and each institute, each department has to organize excursions all over Germany during that week. And students will have to join these excursions to see different companies, the plants, the factories, sometimes also museums, and then they get to talk to the HR and start building up their and expanding their professional network. For example, this year it was in May, the excursion week, and we International Academy, of course, also organized many excursions. We organized 5 different excursions, overnight usually, and we visited car companies, car filter companies, all kinds of different plants as well. And the students also get to talk to the HR afterwards and get internship offers. Is the first step of their career development. Did you join one of the excursions in the past? ASML, yeah. So we sometimes also have excursions to the Netherlands, because, as we mentioned, it's really not far. So last year we had 3 excursions to the Netherlands, to DAAD trucks, to ASML, and also 1 excursion to Belgium. So here are more facts and figures about RWTH Aachen University. At RWTH, there are more than 45,000 students, and out of that, there are more than 9,000 of them that are international students. So we have around 21% international students. That's why when I walk around Aachen, I always hear all kinds of languages, and it's one reason why I really like Aachen. And there are more than 500 professorships and more than 8,000 academic and administrative staffs to support you. On campus, there are in total 133 nationalities. And that is the figure from RWTH Aachen University. Here at RWTH Aachen, the International Academy, we have what we do is we administrate and organize all the English taught master programs for the university. So among our English taught master programs, I would say is 98% of international students. So you chose to study at RWTH Aachen. Why and how do you like it?
One of the main factors why I choose RWTH Aachen is because the influence by my university's mentor professor, who is the alumni of the RWTH Aachen. I very admire his attitude on his research. And then before I came here in Aachen, I have only a few impressions from the my German lecture book. Actually, I went to Goethe Institute for learning Germany for many years. Yeah, and I learned something about Aachen there, and I got a lot of information about RWTH Aachen there. Yeah, and then after I decided to study here, I found that the International Academy provided this program combine management and engineering. I think it's a very good opportunity for me to improve myself. So that is why I choose here. And another reason is, as Leah said, it's very close to the border of the 3 countries, and it's a very good place to experience. Yeah.
So as I mentioned before, it's also possible to do research at RWTH Aachen. there are a lot of opportunities, and RWTH is allotted the most third-party research funds in engineering in Germany. So this large lump sum of money is then put to the research, to the lab, to the facilities, and of the facilities of RWTH. So for the students who study here, they can benefit then from these funds. As I mentioned before, there's a strong link to the industry. For the mechanical of engineering itself, it has 63 research institutes, 2 Fraunhofer Institute, 1 Leibniz Institute, and many startup companies that are located in campus Milaten. So in Aachen, at the university, there are 3 campuses in total. One is the main campus, which is emerged with the city center. And then the second one is the West Campus, and then there's Campus Milaten, that is the newest campus, and is also a technological campus. That is where we are located now. If you take a walk around this campus, Milaten, then you will see a lot of startup companies, a lot of labs, smart automotive lab, for example. Just downstairs of where we are located, there is also a hall where they produce the prototype for electronic cars. It's a brand from Aachen, founded by a professor here. So they want to brand it as the German Tesla, for example, but for much lower price. So they are just produced right here, and just take a walk around. There's so many opportunities for you to just get closer to the industry, to get closer to production, and learn about engineering. Some of the initiative and ongoing projects are EGO, that's the electric car that I just mentioned, Industry 4.0 Future Mobility Lab, Human-Machine Interaction, and Intelligent Automation. Yes, so now I'm going to give you more information on our concrete international master's degree program in engineering. What kind of programs do we offer, and what are the details? So at the International Academy, we offer in total 2 kinds of Masters of Science Engineering programs. The first kind is on the left. You see the blue parts. They are the technical mechanical engineering degrees. So these include computer-aided mechanical engineering, production systems engineering, textile engineering, robotic systems engineering. They are purely technical. And then we also have a second type of engineering degree. They are management and engineering degree. We started to offer management and engineering degrees a few years ago because we talked to companies here in Europe, and they told us that now for the market, if they get to know an engineer who also know about management skills such as supply chain management and so on, they are gold. They really want these engineers, and these engineers are in demand. And therefore, we offer these management and engineering degrees to combine both skills for our engineering students. And these management and engineering degrees are also very popular among our Taiwanese students. For example, Yushen here is one of the students of these MME programs. She's from Management and Engineering in Computer-Aided Mechanical Engineering. For this course, for example, MME came. I am the coordinator of this course. This year we have 5 students from Taiwan. So this number is rising, and we would like to welcome more of you to study our mechanical engineering degrees or management and engineering degrees. So for our master's program in mechanical engineering, as I mentioned, there are these 4 programs. The last one, robotic systems engineering, is new. We are going to welcome the first batch, 2018 batch, in the upcoming months in October. All these programs are Masters of Science awarded by RWTH Aachen University, and they are English taught programs. Depending on the course, so PSE and textile, they will last for 3 semesters, in total 90 credit points. and robotic systems engineering and CAME. They would last for 4 semesters and in total of 120 credit points. Also, there's a tuition fee of 4,500 euro per semester, and each year we only have 1 intake, which is every year in October. The application deadline for international students would be the 1st of March. And our second type of master's degree program would be management and engineering. We are offering 5 different kinds, 5 different programs of management and engineering in 3 different fields. So we have in mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and electrical engineering. For mechanical engineering, we have MME CAME, what you're studying, MME PS, and for electrical engineering, we have management and engineering in electrical power system, and for civil engineering, we have management and engineering in water, and management and engineering in design concepts and structural engineering of industrial facilities. These programs are all joint programs of RWTH and Maastricht School of Management. So RWTH will be, when you study here at RWTH, you'll be learning about the engineering courses, and for the management courses, you'll then go to Maastricht to acquire those knowledge. The whole program is English taught, and all the programs would last for 2 years. That would be 4 semesters. The tuition fee would be 5,500 euro per semester. So can you please maybe tell us a little bit about MME CAME and why you chose it?
As I talked before, I was a mechanical engineer, so like computer-aided mechanical engineering is one of my professional, but I want to know what is the new technology in here, so but I also want to learn something about the management. So when I look at these programs, I thought just it. This one is very very suitable for me to improve myself. Yeah.
So for students who would like to improve their skill purely as an engineer, or to go to work as senior engineers, or to go to the research field, then we'll recommend the purely technical engineering programs. But if students would like to work afterwards in the industry, and especially as a management level, then our management and engineering degrees would be suitable for you. The MME program usually looks like this. That's the structure of our MME programs. So the first year, you'll be doing your engineering course here at RWTH, and there will also be 1 management course offered by the business school here at RWTH. Second semester, you will also be based in Aachen, and you'll be doing engineering course and a little bit more management course to prepare your 3rd semester, which will be purely management. So the 3rd semester, as you can see here in orange, you'll be then, you'll still live in Aachen. Many students will still live in Aachen and stay here, but they will commute to Maastricht to take the courses there. It sounds as if it's very far, or in the Netherlands, but it's really not, because it just takes around 40 minutes by bus to go to Maastricht, and our students do not need to take courses every day in Maastricht, so they just commute on the days when they need to take courses there. Most of the students, they still keep their student jobs here, or their research assistant jobs, or they are learning German here, so they will also prefer to live in Aachen and just commute to Maastricht to take the courses. And in the 4th semester, you can choose to write your thesis either at RWTH or at Maastricht School of Management. So if you are interested in applying for one of the above-mentioned programs, what do you have to do and what do you have to prepare? Here is a list of documents that you will need. First, you will need a CV. In Germany, usually they also put a photo of the applicant on the CV You don't need to do that. You can do it the way you want. And then you will need to write a letter of intent. In this letter, you have to show your motivation why you would like to choose the program. So you need to mention your knowledge about RWTH Aachen, why would you like to study here at RWTH Aachen, and then why you would like to choose the specific program, how does it match with your background, and also a little bit on your future career goal. How you expect this program to help you to achieve that goal. Of course, very important, you have to submit your transcript of record, which states which course you took during your bachelor and also the grade of those courses. This is for master's degree, so we'll need your university degree certificate. That's very important. And for those students who did not study their bachelor in the UK, the US, Australia, New Zealand, or Ireland, you also, and Canada, you will have to provide proof of English language proficiency. So you have to take IELTS or TOEFL and get minimum point of 5.5 for IELTS and 90 points for TOEFL. Since all our courses are taught in English, except textile engineering, this partly English, partly German. So for most of the master programs, they are taught in English, so there's no need for you to show your that you need to know German skills. We'll also need you to provide 2 letters of recommendation. The best would be 1 letter of recommendation from a professor that you have studied with, and then 1 letter of recommendation from your supervisor at work. Because our programs, as we mentioned, we are very close to the industry, so our programs are offered for young professionals who have already got some work experience or who have already done their internship. So we would like to see the all-roundedness of our students, not just their academic performance, but also whether they have worked and how they perform in their working environment. So 1 letter of recommendation from a professor and 1 letter of recommendation from your work supervisor, that would be the best combination. And of course, you will need to provide proof of practical work experience. By the time of application, that is the 1st of March, you only need to show 6 months of work experience. And by the time of enrollment, that would be October, then you will need to show 12 months of work experience. And you will also have to prepare the GRE exam. That is new. In the past, there's no need for GRE, but now every applicant also need to take the GRE before their application. So what you need to prepare now is that you need to collect all these documents, take those exams if you haven't done that. The IELTS and TOEFL, they're only valid for 2 years, then they will be outdated. GRE would be valid for 5 years. And if those documents are not issued in English or German, you have to find a certified translator to translate them into German or English. You need to collect all these documents and then have them prepared in PDF file. And once the online application portal will be open, you just need to upload them. It will be very easy to apply. 1 small note to students who have a degree from a Chinese university. So Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau are different, but if you get a Chinese a degree from a Chinese university from mainland China, then you also need to take the APS interview in order to further proceed to your visa application. Yeah, so these are is the list of all the documents that you need to prepare. And now I'll go further on to the academic application requirements. Who can apply? Bachelor students, bachelor graduates who have a degree in Bachelor in Engineering, Bachelor in Science, or Bachelor in Technology related to your field, your desired study program, are welcome to apply. And your degree also has to be awarded by an internationally recognized university-level institution. you need to have very good performance in your undergrad studies. This, unfortunately, I cannot give more information because it varies each year. If there are more applicants of higher level, then the minimum grade will be higher. So it depends every year, and it also depends on the program that you're applying for. But we can see from the trend of these years, the quality and the standard are getting higher and higher. And before you apply for each program, please also check the specific subject requirements for that course. For example, if you're interested in computer-aided mechanical engineering, there's a list of courses that we list on our website that shows what subjects you need to have taken before, such as machine design or mechanics. And there's a list of it. So go to our website here and check out those specific subject requirements. The next topic that is very important is, of course, scholarship. Germany, RWTH Aachen, and also here in-house at RWTH International Academy, we offer many kinds of scholarship opportunities. So go onto the DAAD scholarship database and search your country of origin, your status, so master or bachelor graduates, and then what discipline you belong to, and then the database will show you all the scholarship that will apply to you that you can then apply for. Here, for example, for all the Taiwanese students, there's the TCC scholarship that you can apply for. For example, this is for an engineering and natural science students who would love to study in Germany for their master's degree. But I'm sure DAAD can tell you more about these scholarships later. And here at the International Academy, we also offer different scholarships. One scholarship that I would like to draw your attention to, if you're a female student, we have a Woman in Engineering Scholarship in order to encourage more female students to pursue their master's degree program in the field of engineering. So each year we award 9 Women in Engineering Scholarship. One Woman in Engineering Scholarship per program. So that's really a very good opportunity. Students, the awardees for this scholarship, they get 100% of their tuition fee waived. So they don't need to pay any tuition fee for that program. So if we have any female participants here, please look into this scholarship and apply for it. The application deadline will be the 1st of March, and you have to submit this Women in Engineering Scholarship application together with your master application. For all the male students out there, don't worry, we also have other opportunities for you. For example, here at the International Academy, we have the Best of Class Award. Each semester, for each program and each batch, 4 students are picked to get this Best of Class Award. So that is actually a lot. For example, for CAME 2017, there were in total 60 students. And among those who applied for this scholarship, we choose 4 students. And this scholarship, this Best of Class Award, we assess the students based on their academic performance, so their GPA of the previous semester or their accumulative GPA of the previous study time, or their all-rounded performance. So for some students who might not be so strong academically, we also then give a all-rounded Best of Class Award based on their extracurricular activity performance. And it sounds like, oh, Best of Class, maybe it's very hard to get. No, because we are choosing the students from those who applied. So for example, for CAME this year, for one course, there were only 2 students who applied, and we chose 1 of them for the all-rounded performance. So there are many scholarship opportunities here. So now there might be another important issue that you are interested in. That's the fees and expenses that you need to pay during your studies here. When you study here, you can expect the following costs. Tuition fee, that's what we mentioned earlier. And then for all RWTH students, actually all throughout Germany, students have to pay semester fee. This semester fee covers a semester ticket. The semester ticket depends on which university you study in, which province the university belongs to, allow you to travel for free and in a different zone. So here at RWTH, the semester ticket will allow you to take all the buses and trains for free in the whole NRW province. That will reach all the way to Dortmund, Münster, Bonn, Cologne, Düsseldorf for free. Then you can take all the trains. And the living expenses is approximately 820 euro according to the statistics from DAAD. But in Aachen, as I mentioned, some of these costs might be lower. For example, the first room in a share flat, if you get a student dorm room here, that would be around 210 euro. Yes. So now we move on to the very last session of today, student support services and career, housing, and so on. So in the International Academy, we have our own career service team, and we also have a in-house career coach. It seems like, oh, I'm going to start my master's soon for 2 years. It sounds like 2 years so long, but no, when you study here, everything's new. You'll meet new friends. You'll see this challenging course. Everything is a new challenge every day, so it will go very fast. And the aim of most of the master students would be to land on a dream job. So we will also start to prepare this career path for our students from the beginning on. So in the first semesters, we'll organize different field trips and excursions to see companies so that they can already get to know the working culture here. And then in the second semester, we'll organize more intensive career events such as networking day, a networking night, career day, and also overnight excursions. And also we are going to organize different interview trainings, networking trainings, intercultural trainings, intercultural understanding trainings, and so on. So this will take place in the second and third semester. Towards the end of students' studies, they will also start to look for jobs. And there we have our in-house career coach to personally guide the students. So when students are ready to look for a job or an internship, they can write their CV in German or English and then make an appointment with our in-house career coach. And the in-house career coach will then give them advice and tips on how to improve their CV and motivation letter. And of course, like last week, an MME student came to me and told me that he will have an interview for his internship at Rolls-Royce, and he was very nervous. So we then also organized a mock interview for him. Then he felt more confident afterwards. And another big topic here at RWTH in Aachen will be housing support. It's a student city, so it's not so easy to find accommodation. But here at the International Academy, we'll also help students to find accommodation. So Aachen is very comfortable, affordable, green, safe, and easy to get around. And the student dormitories are offered inexpensive housing. And many students here just choose to live in a WG, so a shared flat, like in the Big Bang Theory, what Leonard and Sheldon are doing. So that's the most popular way of living here. And we have a lot of contact with different landlords. And also we rented 2 houses here in Aachen, and then we rent it out to our students to provide more housing opportunities for the students. And lastly, I will also give a very short insight to our master's prep courses. So many of our students, like you also, you have worked before for a few years. Maybe you don't feel so confident to get back to the university and then study in the top engineering university in Germany. Then we offer this master's prep course for students who would like to refresh their memories and to sharpen their skills before their master's studies, or for students who get a conditional admission. So if you get you apply and then you get an admission, there are two kinds of admissions that you would get. One is unconditional. If you get that, great. You don't need to fulfill any further requirements. But if you get a conditional conditional admission, that means that RWTH saying that you are a great candidate. But when our professor were reviewing your transcript, we feel like you might be a bit weak in some subjects. Say, for example, if you apply for robotic systems engineering, you might have only taken one course in thermodynamics, a basic course in thermodynamics, and our professor thought that maybe that's a bit weak. Then he will give you a conditional admission that you will have to retake thermodynamics. Then you will have to join one of these master's prep courses on thermodynamics. What you would do is, usually the admission season starts in October. You'll come already in August, around now this time, to Aachen, and then you'll take a 2-week intensive course on that specific subject to refresh your memory or to fulfill your conditional requirement. During this time, actually, it's a really good offer because you also get to see other students, your new classmates, and usually they build a really strong network with during this master's prep course. And also they get to know the German learning culture already because compared to many Asian countries, in many Asian countries, people study by memorizing things, but here it's rather when you take an exam, they give you a case study and you have to solve it. So many students also had this cultural shock in the learning culture. Then by taking these master courses, students are more prep course. They're also more prepared. Yeah, so that's all of my presentation. I hope we gave you now some more information about our master's degree program and a better overview of how RWTH Aachen and Aachen look like. And if you have any questions, I think we are going to open the Q&A session now, and we'll be very happy to answer your questions. Yeah, we'll be answering your questions.